Hello and welcome to another episode of the Park Hopper Show. And today my guest is Brianna Rothman, and she is a travel agent from Maine. And like most of my guests, I came across her on Instagram, where she has an excellent array of things. If you follow her, she has tips and tricks and just things that make you want to take a vacation today. So thank you for coming on. You want to tell us a little bit about yourself to get started?
Oh, thank you so much, Paul. Yeah, so like you said, I live up in Maine. I've got 2 daughters, 2 dogs. I live right on the coast. And so Maine's whole motto is vacation land. So I've kind of like grown up in this vacation bubble. My family, my grandparents were down in Florida when I was younger. So we'd go back and forth between Maine and Florida. And I loved a vacation.
Definitely shows on your site. It seems like you are always somewhere.
I am. Yes.
So I brought you on here because of your Disney travels, but we will get into some of the other stuff too. But
yeah,
one of the things that really caught my eye is so many people listen to the podcast. They've heard me talk about it before. I follow so many Disney planners, Disney travel agents, Disney influencers, and all those people. And they tend to get caught up in the trends of like, here's a fun, green screen video from TikTok that I've added something to and put my own little flair on or whatever. But you have a lot of just actually very good actionable tips. And I really, the latest one really kind of stood out. You had the 8 brutal truths. And honestly, that is one of the things that I try to tell people who are planners. I had friends that are planners and they do a great job. People don't. I always say Disney kind of sells itself. Usually people aren't really on the fence about whether or not they want to go. It's, can we afford it? And if so, how do we plan it? What's the best way to go about it? And I'm like, guys, you got to just tell them it's fun, but it's difficult. So like tips like not doing it yourself. I mean, that's what you start off with. So like, can you get into some of these truths that, that don't yourself, not relying on Google, things like that?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's funny. I had always planned my own Disney vacations before I became a planner. And I'd been going for years. And I thought, I don't need a planner. I've got this. And a friend of mine said, why don't you just try my planner for one trip and see if you like it? So I used her planner, who's now a friend of mine. And it was like a completely different trip. I went and I stayed at Port Orleans French Quarter for the first time. And she said, you have to be in building number 4. And I'm like, what does it matter what building I'm in? And she said, it's closer to the pool. It's closer to the food courts, everywhere you want to be. I thought, okay, yeah. So she does know a lot about this stuff. So as I'm building my business now, I'm thinking, about logistics like that. And I just want my clients to have the best possible experience when they're at Disney. And yeah, you can get wrapped up in these Google holes and you can be in them forever, but it's best to go with someone who has that firsthand experience.
And I mean, that is the number one thing with a planner. And now, typically in my house, I don't condone a lot of Costco slander, but in this case, I would say, I don't want to book a trip at the same place that I'm buying pants and some food for chicken and a hot dog for $1.50. I want someone who has been to the location and can help me out. And
yes,
one thing I always tell people, you don't think it's bad. You don't know it's bad until it goes bad. And if you've ever spent 2 hours on the phone trying to change your reservation or get something.
Exactly. I'll handle that all for you. Yes. Stick to, buying your stuff in bulk at Costco. Don't buy your vacations there. It's not as personal. Go with someone who cares.
And I mean, the price, you can't beat it because how much do you charge for your services?
Step zero.
Yes. And I don't think people understand that either, that it's already built in. You might as well have somebody just save you all that time.
So. Exactly. Yep. It costs nothing and you get a whole heck of a lot. Most planners will send you free guides or packing slips and just like, we want to give you all those special touches. Like I might be in Maine, but I still live in that Disney bubble every single day and I never want to leave.
I mean, it's a nice place to be. Now, what is just for asking, what is Maine like right now?
So yeah, Maine right now, today is a little bit overcast and cool. We're like temperature wise, like 50s in the morning to about 70 in the afternoon. So it's starting to cool down, but it's comfortable right now. I love it. This is the best time of year.
I'm ready. Fall. I'm excited. It is so hot. We had our first rain yesterday in about 4 weeks, and it's 20 degrees cooler, and I'm here for it. So
I bet. Are you in Florida?
I'm actually in Louisville, Kentucky. So
Kentucky. That's right. Yes. Okay. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. So it has been a hot summer, and it is ready for fall.
Yep. I bet.
Well, judging by you, you look like you were ready. This is something else that caught my eye that I appreciate.
Yes.
You were here for an early Christmas.
Love Christmas.
Are you a skipper? Do you skip Halloween and Thanksgiving? And
skip it all. Yeah, absolutely. Man. So Christmas and Disney, those are my two favorite loves. So all of our decorations at home are Disney. Our tree is exclusively Disney. Every trip we take, we just buy ornaments. And yeah, I'm a Christmas nerd for sure.
Well, I do enjoy Halloween. And November 1st, it's all Christmas until Thanksgiving. Then we have a day of Thanksgiving, and then we're back at it. So
we cut our tree down every year. We go to a Christmas tree farm, and we do it on Thanksgiving morning. Typically, that's when they open. So it's kind of tradition. It's fun.
I used to do that as a child. My family would go to Southern Indiana, had a Christmas tree farm we would go to, and my wife is allergic. It's sad.
Oh no!
The first few years, we would have our real tree, and she'd get real stuffy, and wonder what's going on. And she found out she was allergic.
What a bummer! It's a bummer. You'll have to hang a nice pine wreath outside.
I have my Magic Candle Company Disney Christmas smells in my office.
Yes.
So, and even that
Perfect.
Is tricky. So shut the door, and it's like a winter wonderland in this mess behind me, and my wife can be happy. And
I love it.
Happy. So,
Perfect.
All right. Well, let me see. So you were talking about all about the hotels. Can you tell me, because I don't run into a lot of this with the people I've talked to. Can you tell me about staying at the Riviera? And
love the Riviera.
A lot of I've seen some. You like to stay at some of the finer places.
Yeah, I mean, I like to. I don't always get to, but being a travel agent definitely has some perks. Riviera is just beautiful. Have you been over to walk around on the grounds yet? Or
no, we went to Topolino's and had a character meal, and it was super nice. We were not blown away by the lobby and the theming. The hotel in general is nice because I've not been in the room. So how is the rest of it?
The rooms are beautiful. The rooms are really, really well done. I mean, you can tell they're just brand new, higher end, everything. You feel like you're in Europe when you're there. It's beautiful. And the beach, even if you just go over, like you said, do a character meal, you can go sit out on the beach after, have a cocktail, just relax. It's such a nice place to just spend a few hours even.
Yeah, we've heard the dinners are amazing. We had a character breakfast on our last day before we headed home.
Yeah.
I've heard the dinners at Topolino's with the fireworks and everything. It's
good.
The view is amazing. Outside, you can see so much just from being up there. But I've been actually hotel proper there. So.
Oh, you've got to, yeah. And like you said, the dinner, my husband and I did a dinner there in April. And it was so neat because a storm was coming in and you're way up high and you can see the lightning so far out. And by the time we finished dinner, the storm was here and the Skyliner had shut down. So we were kind of stuck there for a little while. We were actually staying over at Swan and Dolphin. Mm-hmm. And so we just got to hang out. It was so fun.
Now, that brings up another thing that I see that you do that is actually kind of a hot take, that you are not a big Disney transportation person.
No, I'm not.
What do you?
So you know what? I love riding the Skyliner. I think it's so much fun. And I feel like the monorail is so nostalgic. But for my family, what works best for us is just a rental car. My kids get cranky, as most children do, and I don't like waiting around for transportation. And I mean, Disney's it's pretty quick. It's not terrible, but if I have the means, I will rent the car.
And I mean, that's something that I don't think a lot of people realize when they fly. We are close enough that we can drive.
Right.
Mostly drivers, so we always have that car, but you take it for granted. I've been there a couple of times on business trips and just take a day over there, and if you're taking an Uber or riding in the bus. It's kind of,
Yes,
something goes awry. You're out in that line waiting to.
exactly. Or just like we just said, a simple storm comes through and, the Skyliner goes down. So now you're stuck waiting for the bus with everybody else
Right.
trying to get back to their hotel. I think it's great because if you're staying at a Disney resort, you get free parking there. And then you also get free parking at the parks. So, for me, it's a win-win.
Oh, so hang on. Well, this is news. All right. So
Yeah.
if you are driving and you park at the hotel, you can park at the parks for free as well?
If you're staying at a Disney resort. Yep.
Wow. Okay.
You can.
Oh, man. See, we always drive and then we take the bus over.
Don't take the bus. Drive, Paul.
I
Drive.
didn't know that was a thing. So we like to slum it. I do anyway. I like the All-Star just because I like tacky Disney.
Nothing wrong with that. I love
the
All
bus.
Stars too.
The bus is the issue, I think. It's because you're the last, you're the furthest away and you get on that.
Yes.
Well, if I want to get here to rope drop, which is what we've got to, get out there. Wake up.
Take a car.
Yeah.
Take a car for rope drop.
You know what? This was worth. Well, we're just going to shut the podcast down right now. The best tip that I think I've ever had. So, okay. I mean, that's a game changer because parking is not cheap at the parks.
No, I think it's like $30, $35 a park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it is people in cartoons, they make jokes about, getting lost in the parking lot. It is a big place. And
Massive.
so, man, that's a good idea. Though. I did not do that. So make it.
Do it. Get there early so that you're parked up front so you don't, have to wait for a little tram to take you to your car. I don't like waiting. I don't want to wait for anything. So.
Well, funnily enough, and actually, this is one of my Magic Kingdom things I didn't know about. Last year, I went for a business trip, and then I had a day to myself, and I went to Magic Kingdom, and I didn't realize how close I was, and I mistimed it, and I was the second person in the parking lot. And it's very strange to be that far.
Out.
But then you get to ride the monorail in or the boat, so you don't realize there's that ticket center as well if you're not staying on property. So you already get that little Disney magic on the way in. Pretty nice.
Right.
You're driving in. So it's a bonus Magic Kingdom ride. It gets you prepped for the rest of the day.
Total bonus. I agree. And how great is it when you get to go by yourself?
Oh, hey, listen.
Isn't that the best?
I feel bad because, man, these people with their kids are having a good time. And I see my watch and how many steps that I've been in. There's no way. This zigzag of riding everything and not hearing any complaints.
It's amazing. I mean, God, I love my children and I love taking them. But whenever I get the opportunity to go by myself or just myself and my husband, it is such a different experience. So much more fun.
Sometimes you have to take time for yourself. So
right.
Well, we don't get to go there very often. Me and my wife have not really been on a trip by ourselves in years, and we just actually went to Las Vegas last month for her sister's wedding, and it was
nice.
You forget what it is to be just with your spouse. So take a trip.
Yes.
And you plan take a trip.
Yes.
Plan a babysitter and get out.
Absolutely. We just started traveling, just the two of us, just a year ago, actually. I had been so nervous about leaving my kids. And then, I just said, okay, at the time they were 6 and 9. I'm like, they can handle emergencies if something comes up. My mom will be here with them. They're fine.
Right.
So we went and I'm going to keep doing it.
Yeah. When we were gone, we actually walked 17 miles one day because we were just looking at, all the sights and sounds.
Oh, so much.
I don't love Las Vegas. I kind of felt like it was Disney, but sad.
Yeah, I agree. Totally.
Hotels are all kind of they're amazing hotels. They're all themed, which, I'm like, yes, tacky. I love it. And then, it's cool food that's overpriced, but all right. When I'm here, I'm going for it. And there's shows and stuff, but then it has that kind of vibe.
When you're used to that Disney service,
mm-hmm.
and the way that they do things, it's hard to go anywhere.
I mean, it breaks my wife's heart. She's like, we could travel and do more things. I'm not a big crowd person, but I like the Disney bubble because I feel it sounds terrible, but I'm like, these people have jumped through a couple hoops to be here. I'm not in the middle of a big city and I'm not going to get robbed or stabbed.
No, you feel very safe. I mean, I feel safe letting my kids go on a ride by themselves and Disney is definitely a safe place.
Well, so you said that. I had another thing on here. You have another thing that I didn't even think about. You have a these tips for traveling with your kids by yourself.
Yeah.
And that is something that has really been on my mind. The last episode, I talked to a woman who is a cruise expert, and I had just watched the documentary about the girl who disappeared on the cruise.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
I wanted her to come on and like kind of defend cruising because it doesn't happen every day, but
Right.
what a terrible, and I'm not a big cruise, that doesn't mean that much, but the thought of taking my girls on there and then having to like watch them every second. So do you have any tips that you could give people for when you're traveling with your kids, ways to, help out?
So we've been implementing a few things when we go with our girls. We're doing air tags. So, we'll clip it to their shoe. So we have that little bit of tracking. I also just got my oldest a smart watch, so I can, check her there and I can call her when I need to. But you just have to be smart about things. You gotta keep your eyes on your kids when you can and just really know where you can trust them.
Yeah. And I mean, and I hate to get on this dark tone because that's not necessarily a Disney tip. That is more of like travel in general. Because
Absolutely, yes.
Like if my kids wanted to go, but I'm not taking you to Las Vegas. I will not have a good time if I'm staring at you the entire time. No offense, but goodness gracious, I can't imagine. And my wife we go to New York to visit family. Just taking you through the city streets is not. It's not my thing.
No, there's definitely some places I don't like bringing my girls. Even, we go down to Boston a lot, but I keep a very tight leash on them when we're in a city for sure.
That's good. And that's one of the things that I like about Disney Bubble, where they get to kind of run free. And I've been thinking about it. I see the commercials lately. People talk about Disney losing their magic somewhat here and there, and that's like a complaint that sometimes people bring up. But I don't know if the parks themselves have, but the commercials have, and like the videos. And I see, like, I was born in the 80s, but I'm like a 90s, thinking all of like, I think about all the commercials, and the little girls learn to walk, so they get to go to Disney, and they just see the kids. The family goes, but it's more like kid-centered, and they're just looking at this amazement. And I feel like ads for that anymore. You don't really see that anymore. But that is really something great for kids. I wish they'd bring that back. Is like, once you're inside, it's like, it's like your playground, this place.
Absolutely. I think you need to go work for Disney and in their advertising and tell them to step that up.
Well, from your mouth to Iger's ears, that would be amazing. I think that's the kind of, like, we have a theme park here in town that we go to. We can swim and, ride a few rides. But I think it is definitely a place that I would not let the children out of my sight. But I think at Disney, you walk in and you're like, it is part of that magic where you're just, I'm here and you're having a good time. I'm having a good time. And the worry goes away because I'm a very much been called a helicopter parent. And
that's okay.
My wife makes that sound like a helicopter. I'm like, I know. But listen, you know what?
You and my husband would get along great then.
No one's taking our children. No, nothing bad is happening to them.
No.
You call me those things.
No.
So your husband is that way as well.
Oh, absolutely. Your girls are your world.
Yeah.
And you just want to protect them however you can. So
now he seems game. I've seen some pictures and videos of him on your Instagram as well. Is he a theme park enjoyer and a travel enjoyer, or is he?
Yeah, he'll go anywhere.
Okay.
He's so much fun. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Whatever crazy idea I come up with, he's always on board.
Well, that's
he'll tell me it's crazy, but then he'll go. So
he's like, I'm going to be honest with you. Looking, this is insane, but let's. All right, so these posts, not just the Riviera. I am not at all. I don't have a lot of knowledge of the deluxe hotels because, like I said, I'm a cheap, within reason, cheap hotel. And actually, here's a Disney thing. People think,
yes,
it's so expensive. All the hotels are expensive. What do they call it now? They're not budget. What is the?
So there's value, moderate, and deluxe. Yeah,
we used to say value, but.
I like that.
If you haven't gone anywhere else in the country, these hotels are very reasonable now. These value hotels are cheaper than a Holiday Inn Express in a lot of places now. So
right.
I don't do a lot of flying and traveling too much like I used to, but right before we were in Vegas, I was in Arizona and just looking for hotels for work. Man, these people are not going to like this bill when I send them just for the cheapest hotel I can find. I might as well stay at a value resort. It isn't like, that's how I always compare it. I'm like, is this could I stay at All Star Sports even for this price? And the answer is no. It's crazy somehow how expensive these things are. So I'm a value hotel person. We've stayed at,
yeah.
what did you say? The French Quarter, very nice.
Love
the
it.
grounds and stuff. But can you tell me about some of the deluxe hotels because it seems like you've been to quite a few of those.
I love the deluxe hotels. I mean, I don't know many people that wouldn't. I think once you go to one, you're going to be hooked.
Yeah.
Just more food options.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them will have like the character breakfasts or dinners, which are great. The pools have slides, which isn't a big deal, but for some people it is. I think just more amenities with Deluxe. You get the extra hours in the park a couple times a week. They'll do, like Epcot or Magic Kingdom will have extended evening hours that you can take part in, which is nice. I mean, it feels like there's nobody there during those hours, so it's huge.
What would be, if you could pick one and only stay at one, Deluxe?
Oh, that's like
a rough question.
That's like picking my favorite child.
Okay, well, you have two kids, you could pick two hotels.
I'd probably say Grand Floridian, just because it's like creme de la creme. And oh god, I love the Polynesian.
Mm-hmm. Oh, now see, that's one that it has to me, and I don't want to say bad things, but it has kind of that tacky Disney classic.
That's what I love about it.
I go by on the monorail and I'm like, that place would be a fun stay, and we call that your grandparents paid for the trip.
Yes, exactly.
So what about the Polynesian? Tell me.
Oh, just the whole vibe. The whole vibe.
Grounds there.
What was that?
I've never even been on the ground.
Oh, you've never even been on the ground?
I go by and go, oh, nice.
Oh, Paul, yeah, no, you need to go to Ohana and have, the Lilo and Stitch character breakfast over there. Their pool's beautiful. They have like a nice waterfall. They also, like Riviera, have a really pretty white sand beach, which Yacht and Beach Club also have. I love those too as well.
That we've eaten there, but not stayed there. So,
and I like the Deluxe hotels. All of their locations feel great. They have a lot of transportation, and they're usually kind of closer to the Magic. Some of the like value and moderate will feel a little bit further out. So it's nice. It's nice.
Yeah. We see that Polynesian. It's so close to the Magic Kingdom. This just looks like.
I mean, you eat breakfast and you're looking at the castle. Same thing with Grand Floridian. It's amazing.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So, like, our trips usually are, we go to a couple of parks, take a day off, rest, and go to Disney Springs, then go to the rest of the parks, and go home. So we don't really. My wife always says we should go there and just do a day and just see all the hotels and just.
Resort hop, yeah. So, and especially if you just go on a trip with your wife, like, so my husband and I just did this. We rode the monorail, the Skyliner, everything. We just went to every resort, just so, the ones that we haven't stayed at yet, just so we could experience them. And it was great. So much fun. You spend a day doing that.
Do you make him while you're...
Yep.
He's like, I'm only here to be your cameraman, right? Is that?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's good. Because, you take for granted, you see these people walking around and you're like, wait a minute. So she doesn't have a drone following her. Somebody is behind her,
right.
Cameraman. So, you brought your crew with you.
My husband is my crew. He should be on my payroll for sure.
Well, I mean, you said this is all stuff on Instagram. You like to spend his money and then you make him come. So now you also, all right, so here's the other thing. See, I see all these things and I'm like, this is my kind of person. Several posts, big fan of pasta.
So, I'm Italian, so yeah.
I mean, well, one of my daughters enjoys it a lot. One of them is not. We actually had some manicotti last night that I made, and she was a big fan. But so tell me, because here's the thing that people get. I've heard mixed reviews on what is the best pasta or Italian food in Disney World. And we're mostly sticking to Disney World. Do you do a lot of Disneyland before I...
No, I haven't done Disneyland, believe it or not. So Disney World's been my home park forever. I'm finally going to Disneyland next year for conference with work. So
okay, it's a trip.
Can't wait for that.
Long flight.
Right, from Maine, it's ridiculous. So that's why, that's part of the reason we haven't been there. We're also going to stay at Alani after for...
Oh, hey. and even longer flights. So that's
Yeah,
nice.
exactly. We're checking all the boxes while we're out that way. So,
Yeah.
but my favorite pasta in Disney, that's a great question. I'm going to say, oh God, I've eaten pasta like everywhere. The restaurant, I'm blanking on the name, but it's in the Dolphin, I believe. Why can't I think of it? What was that?
That's a little Disney adjacent out there.
But no, it's so good. But that's my favorite for sure.
Let's see. I'll look it up. So what do they have there that is amazing?
The bolognese. I just love a bolognese. You put that in front of me and...
That Il Molino, New York Trattoria?
Yes.
What a name. Yeah.
So good. So good.
It sounds very fancy, so it looks very nice.
Trattoria Al Forno also on Boardwalk is really good.
Okay. Yeah, so people, that's one of the good things. You get to try almost any kind of food all around the world.
Everything. So. And it's funny, too, I don't love the Italian food in the Italy pavilion so much.
Yeah.
It tastes very generic. I don't know.
Yeah. I feel like that's probably kind of how they pardon me, for lack of a better word, they Americanize kind of everything.
Oh, absolutely.
They want you to enjoy it, but feel like you're having that time. I'm sure the Mexican, at the...
Exactly.
I'm blanking on the name of the...
In the Mexico Pavilion, yes.
I'm sure,
yep.
It's probably what you would get closer to your home instead of South American food.
Definitely. Well, when they do food and wine, the little food booths, those are amazing. I will say, the little foods that they come up with for those always feel a little more authentic.
Now, are you real into trying all the different...
oh, yeah.
You don't just...
Oh, yeah. I'll try anything. I'll eat pasta morning, night, but I'll try anything else, too.
What is your favorite pizza then at the park? Or is there... That's...
My favorite pizza?
At the Disney park. Is there a good one? Because that's, I think, what people often get upset with.
Probably Via Napoli in Italy. Yeah. Yep.
I've heard that it
is good.
Everything else you say in Italy, it's kind of,
yeah. It's generic. Yeah.
I have a hard time at Epcot because I want to get a big thing of caramel corn and walk around and just, by the time I eat that, I don't know how you eat pasta and go back out, do anything. That's like a dinner time. Let's see a show and go home.
I love it. No, the pasta, some people, pasta will make them tired and heavy. But I'm fueled up when I get my carbs.
Well, so also I see you're one of the few people that I've seen actually talk about it. Like you were on a treadmill talking about getting ready for it. And I think that is something I've also told people to do. I'm like, guys, I don't want to, not some kind of, fitness fanatic, but
yeah,
you can't go from the couch to a Disney World trip and really enjoy it as much. So
totally. When you take on the parks, we average 20,000 steps a day per park. And that's not even, that's when we have the kids. Mm-hmm. So it's a lot of walking. I'm taking my mom in November and she does not walk much. So I told her, we're getting you a scooter. Whether you want to ride it or not, I'm not waiting all day for you. Get on the scooter.
You're not wrong. The last time I went a few years ago with my parents, and they hadn't been since, I guess I was in middle school, and everything had changed so much. And I was like,
yep.
You've got to start doing something before I know you're going to have a good time. We're going to enjoy it, but it is going to be a nightmare on your legs. They're both retired, and I'm like, you're not used
even
to
when
this.
you're in shape, I feel like it's still a nightmare on your legs. We get back to the hotel and I'll have great sneakers on. I'll be hydrated throughout the day, but I'll be laying in bed what did I just do?
And why am I getting ready in 6 more hours?
Right. And I'm so excited to do it again.
Right. We had friends just get back and I was like, it was more of a trip than a vacation. You come back and you might be a little more tired than when you left.
Exactly. Yeah, no, I always say, the first day we get home, I'm always like, we need a vacation from that vacation. I'm tired.
Yeah,
but it's so fun. When you're in it, I don't know how you can not love it. It's a blast.
And that's everybody, for the most part, when you're there, seems to be having a good time. And every now and then you come across someone and they just have just the sourest look. What's
I know.
going on?
I know. Even I have family friends, and I saw them yesterday, and they're like, "How do you go to Disney so much and still enjoy it?" Because I want to immerse myself in that magic. I want to feel like a kid and have no cares in the world and have a good time.
You take a picture of it and say, and then I'm number in my phone, and you're blocked, and you're deleted.
Yeah.
That kind of
We are no longer friends.
Get out of here. So, what kind of shoes do you recommend? Do you have a go-to?
I like the Hoka sneakers. Have you tried those yet?
My wife loves them.
It's like walking on a cloud.
Yeah. Well,
They're great.
The Hokas and the On Clouds are like the two that I hear people talk about. So,
Yep.
what
Yep.
what is it specific about those that just
they're light? I think I like a really lightweight shoe.
Mhm.
And I don't know, it's just like the sole is really comfortable.
So I made the mistake because, like everybody my age that's a man now, we have the Hey Dudes because they're so comfortable and they're light. They do not offer anything as far as
Really? No support?
or any.
Yeah, I
you
don't
can't even tie them really.
Yep.
You slide them on. They're easy to hop out of the house, get in the car, and go somewhere. But after about 15,000 steps, you're like, they should sell them at the door. They should sell nice shoes right out in front in the gift shop.
Yep.
I
I run and I really like New Balance when I'm running, but I feel like I go through them so quickly. Like I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I need a new running shoe.
I get this feeling as a father sometimes, and my wife just shakes her head. But do you get this as a mother when you go and you see there's like a girl in her 20s and she's got like heels or some kind of fancy shoe on at the Magic Kingdom? Honey, what did you do? Why did you dress like that today? You're going to regret it.
Oh my God. I've seen girls in the park with like heels or platform shoes, and I'm like, how do you even walk down Main Street in those? Like, no. They're typically European. It's just
Sometimes
how they dress normally.
I see people and I'm like, clearly those two people are on a date, and she's like,
Right.
I'm going to try to look nice. I'm like, that's not the place for it. If he won't accept you, in a baggy t-shirt and shorts at Disney, then he's not for you.
Exactly. You know they're married when they're in their yoga pants and their sneakers.
Like, what are we even trying to do here?
Exactly.
We've already locked it down. We're just trying to be comfortable today. So,
Mm-hmm.
all right. Well, get back on here. Points about Brianna. Let's talk about your love of chocolate. And we've talked about pasta. What is the best dessert then? And it could be chocolate. It could be anything that you experience at Disney.
Just like anything in general?
It could be. I assume you talk about chocolate a lot in your post. So
I love chocolate. Yeah. So you know what? I'll tell you, anything with chocolate and peanut butter. That combination, that's the best combination of life to me.
We were doing so well, and my kids love it, and they don't understand it. But I'm like, guys,
I love chocolate and peanut butter.
I love
so good.
I love the peanut butter, but never
Can't do it together? Who are you?
I will eat a holiday Reese's, which is not.
Those are
butter,
great.
but I like them because I know they're fresh because they're seasonal, and I'm like, they didn't make these in January for next December.
That's true. You like the Christmas tree ones, like the shaped,
like the Halloweens or the Christmas.
Yeah, those are great. I think they have more peanut butter to chocolate ratio too.
And I wouldn't call it real peanut butter, but I like how that is.
Whatever's in the middle.
When people start mixing and that, I'm like, this is pretty good. But when people actually start mixing peanut butter, I'm like, this should be better because this is real peanut butter and real chocolate, and I just can't deal with it. And my daughter has started culinary stuff at her school, and she
cool.
bake, and I'm like, keep that chocolate away from each other. Give it to Dad. I'm sure it's delicious, but I don't want anything. So
good with some ice cream, some vanilla ice creams, and chocolate and peanut butter sauce. So good.
Oh, peanut butter sauce.
So good.
Okay. Like I said, I'm a caramel corn person. From now that they have it at the Magic Kingdom, so two different parks have my what's it called, caramel kush at Epcot.
Oh, those are so good.
And now at the at Pete's Big Top Souvenirs, or whatever, at the Magic Kingdom, that's my first. It's the one place to get Coke Zero in a bottle because you don't want the extra sugar from the Coke.
That's a good tip right there. Yeah. Hey.
One this big by yourself.
Wow.
So, what is your favorite dessert then at Disney? Do you have a go-to?
So like if I'm snacking and I want something sweet, I'm very basic. I love the churro. I love the chocolate dipping sauce that they give you with it.
Mm-hmm.
That is a favorite. Oh, I love over at is it Sleepy Hollow, the waffles, like the Nutella waffle with the berries and the whipped cream. To me, that's a dessert. I feel like
It's almost fruit.
I mean,
It's almost a salad.
it's just a salad. Yeah,
It's nuts.
that's delicious. And then I think like my all-time favorite dessert that I ever had at Disney was during Food and Wine a few years back, and it was in the Italy Pavilion, and it was a lemon ricotta cheesecake with raspberry. That was fantastic. So good.
Yes, my oldest and my wife's ears just perked up. My little one said that she's
It's so good.
only chocolate kind of person, but that's a fancy dessert, so that's good. Yeah.
It's fancy, and it was so good. My youngest was obsessed with it, and we've like been trying to recreate it at home, and it's just not the same.
I'm glad I'm not the only one. You look up the Disney copycat recipes and
Always.
try to whip up something.
Always. We've been doing like the Goya churros. Have you seen those?
No.
The grocery store. So the brand Goya, Goya, they do frozen churros at the grocery
my
store.
gosh, okay.
They just made their way up here recently, and we're obsessed.
So we have all.
So good. You just fry them up, and they're great.
So you fry them yourself in oil and things?
Yep. So you fry them. They come frozen. You just fry them, and then you roll them in cinnamon and sugar.
Okay.
So good.
I have never had the churros at Disney. I know
Oh,
I've been so many times, and I've started making a list of I want to hit everything, and they start closing stuff. I missed it. I don't know how I ever missed it. So the last few times, instead of
Like a rite of passage, you have to have one.
well, the last time I went was 2 times ago was the first time I ever had the spring rolls because
Oh yeah, those are great. Like the cheeseburger spring roll.
I'm trying to hit.
Yeah,
all the
those are really
highlights
good.
because people always talk about it. And I was excited. I'm on Tron, and I'm not doing the classic. So we're hitting Winnie the Pooh. We're hitting all the rides that we always try to like. It doesn't look that exciting, but I want to say we've been on everything. So I'm trying to go through all the food now. So the churros is one that I've missed.
Put churro on the list. Cheeseburger spring roll, I wasn't too impressed with.
Well, I
They were
enjoyed
okay.
The pizza one I thought was better. Honestly.
Okay, I haven't had the pizza one.
It's just sauce and mozzarella cheese and pepperoni in a thing. It's hard to do it wrong.
It's like a hot pocket.
It's almost like a hot pocket. And we tried to do it at home, and my daughter loved them, and my wife was like, "What is this? What are we?" Sometimes she's like, "Can we just have like a regular dinner? Does it always have to be?" And I'm like, "Well, I thought ladies liked it when you made something."
Disney dad, with all these ideas.
We're rolling up box paper and trying to deep fry it and
Oh my gosh.
fryer, like just oil it. And going, well,
That's a lot.
My daughter made a mess, and the house smells a little bit like deep frying stuff in it. So it's
You were more adventurous than I am, that's for sure. I don't think I'd go that far. I'll take my stuff in the frozen bag and
now. So I've never seen. We don't usually go to the frozen section of that, but we have all the other Goya products. I see them, the rice and the beans and all that. So
yeah, oh yeah, get the churros. They're delicious.
I'm going to have to check it out. We also have a good Mexican grocery not far from go to a lot. So I'll have to check that.
They'll have, yeah, you should be able to find them.
That sounds amazing. All right, well, let's see. So you talk a lot about the timing of your trip being good. Now you have a thing that you will give away when people ask.
Yes, I do.
Can you give us, an idea of what the best time of the year is to go?
Sure. So I always tell people the best time of year to go is whatever works for your family best. Whatever you're trying to see or trying to do, trying to accomplish, that's what is going to be the best time. If you want like the lowest crowds, I'd say September. Particularly like the week after Labor Day, the crowds can be really, really low. Everybody's back to school. It's just quiet. January is pretty quiet as well. For my family, the best time of year for us to go is November. We love seeing Christmas. Mm-hmm. So that's the best for us. We usually go the week before Thanksgiving. And that can be quiet, but as you get closer to Thanksgiving, it starts getting really busy.
Yeah, I have people I work for that go, they're Kentucky people, but they have annual passes to go Thanksgiving and for Christmas. That's like their big family celebration at the end of the year.
So they go like on Christmas?
Yeah, they go for Thanksgiving because they don't like to spend time with their extended families, I think. So they just have we've started our own tradition and we're going to Disney World, and then they go at Christmas too. So
Lucky them. Christmas time is super busy. Very magical, but very busy.
I see posts online. I'm like, that looks so nice. Now you like look at the bottom of the picture, look at all people's heads.
See all those people. I know. And I do have some clients sometimes, especially when they're first timers and they want to go for Christmas the very first time. Like, that might not leave the best taste in your mouth.
Well, the first time that we went in these last few years, we went right after, it was like 2021. And so we've been in the house, for months post-COVID. And we were all just like, well, let's just go for spring break. And, oh, no, we have not been around anybody for a year. And now we were shoulder to shoulder. And like, oh, so spring break is always, to me, growing up, like that's kind of when we went because it was when you were out of school. So
right. Exactly.
And it's like, well, that's when everybody goes because they're all out of school. So yeah, my wife briefly, she's a teacher, and for 2 years she tried to do other stuff in the corporate world and she enjoyed it, but she ended up going back to teaching. That was just a bright time because one year we got to take the kids out of school for a week. And so not only are they missing school in January, they're like, we get another week off, but there's no one.
I know. I feel so bad for the teachers. I really do. They always want to go, but they're just held to these certain weeks, and we know it's going to be busy, but...
And hot. It's like summer
and hot.
Or spring break. Goodness gracious. But I mean, we were going one year in October, and it was 95. Like, okay, you never can.
Yeah, we were there in November last year, and it was colder down there than it was up back home in Maine. It was freezing. It was so cold.
I've never been down there and had a chill.
It was weird. We actually had to buy extra hoodies, and it's very strange. No one was swimming.
Oh, well, yeah, that's very sad. Yeah, I would say our best trip mid-January, but I mean, it's hard to pull off if you've got children in school because sometimes schools don't appreciate that when you just had your 2 weeks off and you leave again.
Yes, I wish they would appreciate it. I mean, I feel like experiences are so important, and especially with your family. I wish schools recognize that a little bit more.
Well, that's what we try to tell them. We're like, I know, especially my oldest, she is all about grades. You can make up the work, and if you don't, you get, what are you going to do?
Yeah, exactly.
Your life as an adult because you missed a week of school when you were 12. Get out of here. So
you'll be okay. You'll catch up. Life will go on.
Yeah, we try to be cool parents. So, well, so that is like a thing though that you're talking about the holidays coming up, and it's Halloween season there. They are having the Mickey's Not So Scary.
Yes.
Are you a Universal person also, or mostly a Disney person?
I like Universal, absolutely. Yep. I'm taking my kids down to Epic in a few weeks.
Oh, have you been to that yet?
I haven't yet.
I hear it's so amazing, but you're not doing.
We are super excited.
You're not doing Halloween Horror Nights then, because
no, I won't do that. No, my kids are really creepy. I'm not. They really are creeps. Wow. I'm not kidding. Like they love that stuff. I don't like it.
My 10-year-old is big. That's like all of her Five Nights at Freddy's, all the stuff that she just loves. You've never even played that game, and she knows all the characters.
Yeah.
Anime creep stuff. Who are you, and how did
where did you come from?
Get out of here. So I don't know if she would like something quite that scary, but
no, I think Halloween Horror Nights is definitely more for an adult crowd. Mm-hmm. I don't recommend taking your kids for that. It's scary.
Do they do Christmas stuff at Universal?
They do. Yeah, I was down there last year. They do like the Macy's Day Parade, and they have all the floats. Yeah, super cool. Yes, okay. Yep. And I was there the week before Thanksgiving last year, and some of the floats that they were using were going to the parade after.
Oh, so they go from there to the Macy's parade?
Some of them do. Some of them, I think, must stay there. Some of them looked a little older, so I'm not sure, but they were really cool. They had like the big Minions floats. I think there was a Grinch. It was actually a really cool parade. They made it snow, with like the snow.
The snow.
Snow, yep.
That's, we've not been to Universal since the kids have been born because they don't like rides. Like, they don't like thrill rides. So
I'm not a real ride person either. I just like the experiences of the parks. I'm not a big ride person.
I didn't say real ride. I said thrill ride. So it's no judgment. All the rides are real rides, but they don't like it to be too fast or if it's going upside down. And
right. No, those are serious thrill rides.
But then we have video of my my daughter, who when she was 4, going on Tower of Terror and just loving it. And I'm like, what? You can't go on Rock and Roller Coaster now? No, I don't.
I bet you could.
Where were you? Who was this person that was a child?
Right? Ugh.
One of the best photos is she went on Guardians of the Galaxy, and then she's like almost shaking, sipping the international drinks from the Club Cool, and she just looks like her whole life is past 4 eyes. The smoothest, easiest roller coaster that's ever been. And
I won't even go on the no.
Oh, really?
No, I won't do any. I hate roller coasters. Hate them. The thing with the drop, I really don't like.
What about like you mean like a straight drop or anything that just kind of give?
I just don't like anything that just feels like you're dropping. I hate that sensation.
So yeah, no Tower of Terror.
No, I won't do Tower of Terror. I'll do like Tiana's. I'll go on Tiana's. I don't know. I just that's still a drop.
I guess part of me, if you're looking at it, it's not as much of a drop.
Right.
You're right where I don't love the drop of Tower of Terror, and every time I'm on it, I love the theming.
Oh my gosh!
All that, and then I'm like, well, I guess I have to endure the drop to go on the rest of this ride. But
I hate
you went off.
Yeah. No, I don't like the feeling of your stomach dropping. It hurts so.
Well, yeah.
No thanks.
So, what about like what is the Star Wars, the Rise of the Resistance, where you?
I won't do that. No.
There's only a 5 foot.
No, my husband likes it. But even when he gets off some of those rides, he looks like he's just not doing so well. Oh. He's like, I'm too old for this stuff now.
I was going to say, age has done that to me as well. Because when I was little, I would just give me whatever you got. And then the last time I went on Space Mountain for the very last time.
Oh God, yeah.
I get that chiropractic adjustment in the back row, and it took off, and my back popped, and I'm like, okay, this is not for me, and it's just this the whole time, and then you get on Guardians of the Galaxy, and you're like, this is smooth. Like, oh, this is what a roller coaster made in the 21st century is like. It's smooth,
right, so smooth. I know we have a theme park where I live, and it's got like an old wooden roller coaster, and like my children are not allowed on that ride.
Oh man, my kids will not go because we've got one that we used to go here in high school and hang out and ride this ride, and do you want to go on it? Yeah, I'm going, oh, because I remember how bumpy it was when I was 18. I can't imagine now. So, well then, so what would be your favorite ideal ride then? One ride.
Okay, so if I could pick one, my ride would be Minnie and Mickey's Runaway Railway.
Oh,
I love that. It's so classic and so well done, and it's like super immersive. You know, like the colors, you feel like you're in a cartoon. Mm-hmm. I love that ride.
Really incredible.
It is.
And they get a lot of flack for, modernizing things. And my daughter, who is 14, or who will be 14 in a week, is deep down, she's 70, and she's still mad that the Great Movie Ride is gone because that was her favorite.
Oh, I loved that. Yeah.
And I was like, it's real cool, but she didn't understand any of the references. She'd never seen any of those movies.
Right.
But there was something magical to her about it. Like, oh, just classic Hollywood. And I'm like, this is better.
This is way better.
This is a better ride.
It's so fun. They need to keep changing things out. Like, I mean, it's sad when something leaves, but that's how they keep it fresh and keep people coming back. And
we're very well. So it sounds like you will be on my side then, about what you like and what you don't like.
Mm-hmm.
This getting rid of the Muppets for this Monsters Inc. ride.
Yeah. I'm actually excited about it.
So you'll get on a ride where you're hanging with your feet hanging down on a roller coaster?
I won't go on the ride. I'm excited to see it. Look at it from afar.
Look at the looks of whimsy on these people's face as I walk by. Yeah.
Right.
Well, yeah, and I know why they got rid of it because
I know.
Cool, and people were upset with it. But it's just like, I'll tell my kids, like, they got rid of Circuit City. And I was like,
yes.
But I was like, you know what? I can't remember the last time I was out of Circuit City, so I understand why. But when it's gone, you're like, bring it back. I just want it here. I don't want things to change. But like, people weren't the Muppets that much until they said it's going away, and then the people.
I know.
How dare you take this ride that we only
take for
granted away? Yeah.
Exactly right. That's same with like Dinosaur and Animal Kingdom.
Oh yeah.
Like, I had gone on it when it first opened, and then I was like, I don't care for it. But now that it's going away, I've gone on it like 3 more times.
Well, we went on it for the first time a couple years ago when they started whispering about it going away because we never really made our way to the back of Animal Kingdom.
Right.
So we got stuck in that parking lot with the games somehow, the carnival games. I'm like, well, I wasn't upset to see that go, but Dinosaur was really good.
Absolutely.
I like one that's not screens. That's kind of
right. Yes, for sure. Oh, those screens kill me.
And sometimes the screen is good if you don't have any space, but if you've got the space, put us on the car.
I like soaring with the screens I can handle. That's one's easy.
My other daughter's favorite, and
that's a great ride.
She didn't want to go on it, and then she got on.
Same. I chickened out probably a handful of times. I'd go through the line, and then when you go to sit, I was like, nope, and I would dip right out the exit. And then I finally went on it. My girls convinced me. I had a glass of wine, and I said, all right, I'm going to do it. And I got on it, and now it's like one of my favorites.
Well, it is a high off the ground.
It is.
If you're not ready for it, that was her thing. She sat down, and she was like, this is up in the air. And I'm like, yeah.
It's weird, yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
And you had one of those Epcot glasses of wine it's a heavy pour.
It's not real heavy. It's a real heavy pour. Yeah.
We went with friends of ours, and we're like, it's 11 in the morning, and there's a glass of wine. It's in a cup. It's this. I'm like, how many glasses of wine is that at home? Because it's 3 glasses of wine. I don't.
Yeah, I actually, if we're being honest, it was one of those little flights.
Oh, hey.
I was feeling great after that, so I said, sure, I'm going to go right on soaring.
Because you were already soaring a little bit.
Yeah, I was soaring.
And then that's funny because that's the Disney magic they don't talk about when we went to Oga's Cantina. We got with an earlier reservation. Make sure we got in because all the later ones were taken. And you're in there and you're enjoying a cocktail and having a good time, and then you walk outside and you're like, it is not even lunchtime, and I've had whatever, like
lose track of everything when you're there.
Oh my gosh, it's not even lunch. No wonder this hit me so hard. I had eggs like 2 hours ago, and that's all I had to eat all day. So
I have to go get on a roller coaster.
Right. Epcot is real dangerous with that. So
very dangerous.
People, when they talk about drinking around the world, and that's not ever what we've done, but you get when they had that Disney magic. Our little one was not a big traveler when we had a trip that looking back, we think she might have had an ear infection. She was just not having a pleasant time as a baby. And the guy looked at me and was like, I can make this a double if you want. Well, let's do that. And then crying's fine. That's donut and doubled up on whatever this drink was. And
here we go.
Some of that Disney adult magic. So
everyone's happy.
Yeah, as long as you're just walking around, it's fun. I wouldn't recommend getting on anything spinny after that.
Oh my God, no.
Well, all right. Well, listen, this has been a great time.
So fun.
Do you have just one, if you had to give anybody one big tip above all, if you had to boil it down?
Tip.
Oh, and then I have something else to ask you about. So,
of course, you're going to ask me about a big tip.
It's okay if you don't.
No, I think when people ask about tips, I usually just say, again, the most important thing is just picking the right time to go.
And you're not wrong because, mid-July, it's when a lot of people can go, but it's hot and it is crowded. And
too hot. I wouldn't recommend the summer.
And if it's your first time, and just like at Christmas, if it's your first time, there's so much magic, but you get just a little bit of that, well, this is outrageous. The lines are long. You get a little bit of that just grumpiness because you're just hot.
Yeah. And I think, what I tell people too sometimes, set the bar a little bit low. People come in with such high expectations and then they're disappointed. So set your bar low, make a list of priority rides that your family wants to go on or anything that they want to see and do and stick to that list. That's what matters, nothing else. You don't have to do it all.
And I think that's not a bad tip all in all either, because and that's the one thing you get when you have, like I said, I have my own separate Disney Instagram away from my personal one just because it's happy and it's fun, but you see there's so much. You could spend a month there and not do
so
everything.
much.
And you're like, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do that. And it's just not feasible when you get there.
It's not possible, yeah. And then you just don't feel let down when you can't do it all.
Because you don't want it to be a bad trip because you didn't get to do everything.
Right.
Because
exactly.
You can't do it. Well, I had made this. I had my list of things to talk about. It's just off video here, and I skipped the first one. So, you like the fancy hotels? That was good. Are you a Disney Springs person at all?
Love Disney Springs.
So you like some of the nicer restaurants there?
Yeah, absolutely.
Did you? What is your thought on what happened at Paddlefish?
Oh, that was crazy, huh?
Yeah. What's going on? That is insane.
I don't even know. Like, I watch all these shows on Netflix that have to do with all these, heists and everything, and then a paddlefish heist? Like, what the heck?
Couldn't believe it. They said a scuba person in the middle of the camera.
Didn't see that coming.
I mean, and I would love if Disney Plus started doing true crime documentaries to add to their selection, like Netflix is just constantly doing. But I would watch a whole series about how someone pulled that off, and then
how cool would that be?
They said the one thing that stuck out though that kind of got pushed away by most people is they got between $10,000 and $20,000, and I'm like, that's a big discrepancy. That's
right. You can't narrow that down a bit,
like how many people are in on this? Like, well, they got $10,000. Like, how much? Like, check that guy's sock too. The guy that got wrong.
Man. Well, what they say, no publicity is bad publicity. So,
but that's
that was a great one.
Where do you swim to when you're done? Like, where do you go? Like, it's crazy.
And there's alligators everywhere in Florida. Who's swimming there?
I think about that. We like, there's all these documentaries about people getting onto called Discovery Island.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
There's people just traipsing through there. And I'm like, first of all, I would not want to get on the Disney banned list.
I saw that recently. I saw something about Discovery Island, and I was thinking the same thing. Like, imagine what lives on that island. Like, no, thank you.
I think that would also be, and if Disney, you're listening, if you're not going to hire me for marketing, I think one of these like found footage movies where someone got over there and the reason they shut it down was because something went awry. But those like POV cameras of people just walking around with a GoPro, no, thank you. I can't.
They are daring, way more daring than I.
The police, and you got crocodiles, and I'm sure snakes, and whatever else. Then you got to get right back in that water to get out of there. But not no,
no, thank you.
I'm more of a Disney, like they have all the Disney, what is the world traveling called? Adventures by Disney?
Oh, yeah, Adventures by Disney, yeah.
That's kind of how I would want to see the world. I'm like, I always want
that would be such an amazing, and every one of those trips, they're all just focused around storytelling, and the guides that you get are just incredible. I met one of them at a conference last year, and just like listening to him speak about where he's been and the experiences he's had all through Disney, it's like mind blowing.
Right. And I think I don't want to visit these places necessarily. My wife's like, you can go without it being the Adventures by Disney. No, you couldn't. I couldn't. No, thank you. I want that little assurance that this is all going to go smooth. And
right. Yes. Yeah.
I'm pretending that I'm worldly and I'm out here enjoying international travel, but really, in my little blanket of Disney. So
I love the Disney bubble. There's no better place to be.
So, all right. Well, thank you so much for coming on here.
Thank you for having me, Paul.
Is Instagram the best way to reach you, or?
Yeah, Instagram or my website. It's mainetravelagent.com.
Okay. And I will put all of that.
State.
Well, and you could be their main one too. I will put all of that in the description. So thanks again for coming on.
Perfect.
I hope you have
Thank you.
Beautiful.
It's great chatting with you, Paul.
You too.